Hey guys, 5 minute figure reviews here. So today we're going to be taking a look at Broly, full power Broly from S.H Figuarts, and we're just going to have a look at a comparison compared to the OG Broly. So Broly is my favorite, probably my favorite S.H Figuarts figure, and this new one, it took me a while to kind of work out which one I preferred. That's why this review's taken a while. We'll have a comparison, and then we'll talk about what I like and dislike about the new one. So, as you can see, they're incredibly different. Obviously, the designs are fairly similar in the movies, but sculpt-wise, articulation-wise, the one on the left is definitely hands down better. He's got bigger feet, so he's been working out his feet more. He's just a more solid, better built figure. He's got more paint detail on his body. I think it's slightly more. At least the one on the right kind of looks. He kind of looks yellow. He's just weirdly proportioned. I think the one on the left looks more natural. He's got a better face sculpt. It's more detailed. You've got some paint on the face. The one on the right is far more simplistic looking, which he kind of is in the movie, but yeah, he just looks more proportioned on the left. His just the muscles are just, he just looks. The takeaway message is he looks more natural. He looks more realistic, even from the back. Like the back looks a hell of a lot more, realistically proportioned versus the one on the right, which has musculature that just doesn't exist. Whereas the one on the left just looks awesome. I'm really surprised. I think the one on the left just looks just 10 times better, which is crazy to think that the one on the right used to be my favorite, and now it just looks kind of shitty compared to this one. Like the little feet, the like big weird shoulders, he just looks kind of fucking goofy now. Not a huge fan of the green skirt that he's got on, but what can you do? So here's a quick size comparison next to Goku and Cheetor from Beast Wars. As you can see, he's pretty massive. Here he is next to Majin Buu, he's a big figure anyway, and now he looks pretty small next to Broly. And you got the Mezco Black Panther there. And here he is next to the Predator. The reason, I think the Predator's roughly the same height, but anyway. So look at the articulation. So he's got a really short neck, so the head and neck kind of have to be moved together to get any real movement in it. Yeah, it's just the nature of the character. He's just going to have a hard time kind of moving his head and neck. I like the way the butterfly joint has the sculpted muscle on it, so when you pull it forward, it doesn't break up the sculpt. It still looks very natural, and it's really clever. It looks really good. So he's got pretty decent range of motion in the shoulders, considering how massive they are and how bulky he is, which is very, very cool. The what's the word? Ab crunch is pretty decent. Again, this is a very bulky figure, so don't expect like crazy articulation, but the articulation that is there is really good, in my opinion. Obviously, he's got the double hinged elbows, which don't really help too much. He can only go to 90 degrees, but again, the size of his arms, what would you expect? The wrist articulation is kind of poor, but the leg articulation more than makes up for it. So you've got like a standard articulation for an S.H Figuarts, but it seems to work a lot better on this bigger scale. You've got a rubber piece here for the cloth skirt thing he wears, which doesn't hinder any articulation whatsoever, and is a much bigger improvement compared to the red skirt that the other Broly wears. Yeah, it's actually very impressive, the articulation they've managed to put into such big bulky legs. Very impressed with the ankle articulation. It's just really good. It's miles better than the other smaller S.H Figuarts figures. And one of the things that's really good about this figure is the level of paint detail. So all the muscles have sort of airbrushed dark parts around the sculpt to accentuate the muscles, or like a wash over it. The face does. I think the hair doesn't, but it still looks really awesome because it's kind of sort of semi-glossy, and it's a really cool figure. So look at the faces he comes with. So he comes with a standard face, which at first I didn't really like. I'm not sure why. There's something off about it, but I've come to enjoy it. I think it's miles better than the normal Broly. And yeah, no, it looks really good. The extra paint detail around the creases really makes the face pop more. So this is the grinning face, which I don't really like at all. I'm not sure why. I think it's the mouth looks a bit funny. Just I like the smiling face on the other Broly more. This one just looks, I don't know, it just looks kind of creepy. It looks kind of weird. And then you got the yelling face, which really awesome. Can't complain. He does a lot of yelling in the film, so it's good that they nailed this face. And yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment below, tell me what you think. Did you grab this Broly? Do you prefer it to the new one? Sorry, do you prefer this one to the old one? And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.